When you hear the word fat, what comes to mind? You likely think of the soft tissue you can pinch on your stomach, legs, or arms. Zooming past the skin's surface to the microscopic level reveals a layer of soft, glowing structures resembling a cluster of tiny golden balloons. This is subcutaneous fat, literally fat under the skin. It acts as a quiet energy pantry, holding on to calories for a rainy day and providing a layer of physical insulation to keep you warm. The fat we can easily see and pinch from the outside is a harmless storage closet. It sits quietly, waiting for the moment your body needs a little extra fuel. Traveling deeper, breaking past the tough wall of your abdominal muscles, reveals a completely different environment. Wrapped tightly around your vital organs, like your stomach and liver, is deep visceral fat. This deep belly fat operates like a massive, constantly running chemical factory. It sends out hundreds of biological signals every minute to the rest of your body. The fat you cannot see is the most active and potentially harmful tissue in your system. Our ancestors frequently faced spoiled food and dirty water. They needed a fast, aggressive defense system located right next to their stomach to handle the bacteria and toxins that could leak across their gut. Visceral fat evolved to be that defense. It worked like an abdominal policeman, physically trapping harmful bacteria and shooting out immune chemicals to neutralize threats before they could spread to the rest of the body. Today, we rarely eat spoiled meat, but we do eat ultra-processed foods and high amounts of sugar. This modern environment confuses our ancient defense system. When the system is hit with a constant stream of junk food instead of actual germs, the factory overheats. It gets stuck in a permanent state of emergency, churning out red, jagged chemicals, or inflammation, even when there is no real infection to fight. Our ancient internal bodyguard is being tricked by our modern environment into fighting a false alarm that simply never turns off. The danger of visceral fat comes down to its location. It sits directly next to your liver. This map of the portal vein system shows how this web of visceral fat drains directly into the liver's main blood supply. It is a straight shot, carrying those red warning signals and excess fats right to the organ. This direct pipeline pours biological pollution into your body's main water filter. Over time, the liver absorbs all those excess fats and grumpy chemicals, becoming sluggish, fatty, and sick. Scientists have proven this chain reaction in the laboratory. When researchers transplant this sick belly fat into animals, the mice develop full-body health problems, where their systems struggle to manage energy and blood sugar. Because of this direct connection, when visceral fat becomes toxic, it forces your liver to spread that toxicity everywhere else. You cannot always tell who has a malfunctioning visceral fat factory just by looking at their physical shape. Doctors call this being thin outside, fat inside. Someone can wear a small clothing size and look perfectly skinny, yet harbor a dangerously high amount of deep inflamed belly fat. Because this fat is hidden behind the muscle wall, medical professionals had to invent ways to see inside the body without relying on surgery. It took heavy medical technology, like these early CT scanners, to finally let doctors see these hidden fat depots and prove that external shape does not match internal health. Being thin on the outside does not guarantee that your hidden internal factory is healthy on the inside. We have the ability to calm the factory down, stop the alarms, and clean up the pollution. Eating whole foods and fiber strengthens the lining of your gut. This creates a physical barrier that stops junk food signals from leaking across the gut and triggering the alarm in your visceral fat. Getting a full night of sleep allows calming hormones to wash over your internal organs, turning the heat down and shutting off the emergency response. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, creates a surge of hormones that signal fat cells to release energy. Because deep visceral fat cells are more sensitive to these hormones than the fat under your skin, they shrink much faster during intense exercise. Your daily choices regarding what you eat, how you sleep, and how you move are exactly what is needed to shut down the alarm and clean up your internal environment. Once the emergency is over, the visceral fat returns to a healthy, calm state. It goes back to glowing softly and wrapping safely around your vital organs. Your deep belly fat evolved to be a superhero bodyguard, protecting you from harm. It was never meant to be a bully. If you take care of your hidden bodyguard, Your hidden bodyguard will take care of you.